Hello, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my page by page about common sense. I tried to keep it down under the nitty gritty, under 10 minutes. And if it goes over 10 minutes, that means it's something very, 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 very fucking important. But it's not important to those who do not have critical thinking skills. People who basically fall into the rat race of everybody else. Everybody who's else in the box, that's most of you guys. That's 80% of you guys. Listener discretion is advised. You don't want any common sense. You don't want someone with a lot of experience. You don't want someone with a lot of dignity, okay, and civilness with themselves. You don't want it. Skedaddle. If you use drugs, alcohol, it'll be harder for you to pertain my knowledge in just one small little box, which this you see right now is a small little box by 90 by 90. Okay. But, of course, I always got interesting subjects to talk about. I'm up usually all throughout the night until like 5 in the morning. I watch all sorts of individuals, okay, on the internet, and I try to make my own videos pertaining, split off from what they do, okay. So this video is going to be talking about common sense versus everything. Common sense versus everything. It could be academia, it could be intellectualism, it could be what the fuck ever it is. All right, brothers and sisters of light and dark. All throughout my life, I always asked questions because of my introspectiveness. But usually, most people don't tend to ask these questions deep down inside. They just don't. So when I ask people about, have you did the research, they usually come up with some biased emotional remark. And I'm like, okay, you haven't done any research. Then I ask them, okay, another question. Have you went through any experience with this? Have you ever tested it out? Okay, and they'll say, no. 9 times out of 10, I go through people like this all of the time when I give a lot of people therapy. And sometimes they just basically go upon life the same way. They don't have a self-crisis. They don't have an identity crisis. They just go through life with, like, believing in what everybody else wants to believe. Instead of doing the research themselves, finding themselves in the darkness, asking any questions, they make pre-assumptions and assumptions, which will make them look like a fucking ass. But it's very important, okay, to have more common sense than everything else, because you can go to an institution and not have fucking common sense. Yes. You can go to an institution, academia, whatever the fuck it is, okay, and not have fucking common sense. I've encountered people like that. Very arrogant type of people. Usually people who have this sort of God complex, okay, they tend to go through college like, I have more memory than you. I say, big whoop-de-fucking do. But do you have fucking common sense? Their morals go out the motherfucking window. They become like fucking Hitler and shit because they don't have enough common sense in their head. Because they think they're the ultimate race. But I lost you a little bit. But that's all I really wanted to say. I think it's better to have common sense than anything. If you just use enough common raison d'etre, your self-awareness, your self-being, your reason to be, who you are in this world. Ask a question first, like fucking Socrates, man. Okay, ask a question for it. If you don't know something, just ask it. Okay, is 1 + 1 always equal to a 2? Surely the answer is incorrect. It's not always a 2. If you're thinking about, and depends on what you're talking about. Okay, if you said 1 + 1 is equal to 2 to the universe, that's incorrect because you don't know the universe. You haven't been out there. Simple semantics. But I encounter people who think that. There's people out there who think we never went to the moon. But of course, they can be theoretical all they want. They can even see the video images and just call it all fake or whatever. They can do what the fuck they want. And then you have to ask them the question, do you believe that this video is real? To me, I don't believe in anything. That's the wisest man. Just because I see a video, that don't mean you real, motherfucker. Somebody could be imitating your video. You know what I saw one day? I saw a U.S. official video in which they took out a person from the video and professionally put someone else in this video. I was like, what? I don't know what to believe anymore after I saw that shit. 2 separate entities. One video was original and the other was completely false. And people just watched the video and thinking that aliens was coming down to the planet and shit. I'm like, if that got out into the media, oh my fucking God. And then they put a false person in there just as a test. Did you see that video, you guys? You don't know what you're believing in now. But we still got people into religion. So I guess there's a greater purpose for why everybody is living in bliss and ignorance. Ignorance is fucking bliss. And to me, I'm gonna say this: I love food. So if I die, I'm gonna be eating up a lot of low-minded NPCs. I'm gonna leave all of the powerful ones alone, unless they want to merge with me to be a demiurge god in my next life. Okay, but there are plenty of tests out there. Okay, like the Myers-Briggs report. You can take all these different types of tests. I'm an INTJ. No. I'm an IN. Intuitive, judgmental person. Okay, and that's very rare. I think it's an E, but I forgot what it was though. But I don't want to be compared to everybody else. Okay, because I'm not a narcissist. Some people call me a narcissist. I said, you're a narcissist, bitch. They don't even know what the word narcissist means. Okay. But other than that, that's all I really got to say. Please, guys, if you don't want to be foolish, start asking questions. Because if you don't ask questions of where they get their information from and yada, 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 you're wasting your time. Don't argue with people who just don't have enough common sense. And most of people don't have common sense. This is why I stay to myself. I got my own space. I got my daughters. I teach them about common sense. And I tell them to always question everything, right? Isn't that something? You become stupid when you follow the masses. Okay? Be independent with yourself. And I'm out of here, guys. Peace.